Calendar time! Oh, that wasn't what I needed to do. So I need to clean off my table. It's gathering junk again.
Look, we get little Christmas
hang on. Don't show her. She hasn't got to open it yet.
Now we already know.
Whoa. Okay.
Ada, what are you eating?
Are you eating dirt?
You.
Don't eat dirt. Now I'm eating my puke.
Wait, that's her puke?
I don't know. Is it wet there?
Yeah.
She just drank 2 bowls of water. I wouldn't be surprised if she water puked.
Yes, it's very.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we do get a Christmas log.
What is it? A Christmas log?
Yeah, it's a little log.
It's long. It's long. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood. It's long. It's long. It's better than bad. It's good. Everyone wants to log.
Hey, we got 3 more days
Hang on.
until your
It
birthday.
rolls downstairs and over chairs and or under chairs and over
Hey,
your
wait.
neighbor's dog.
3
If it's in
more
a pack, it's good for a
days.
snack. It's log, log, log.
Meglin, 3 more days until
Where'd you get
your
that?
birthday.
That was for all you Ren and Stimpy fans out there.
3 more days until your birthday.
Oh boy. It was a cartoon from when I was a kid.
Open my present. I got a hint. I really want to open this.
That's for Megwin's birthday. See, you go back and forth. You say
No.
you don't want to open it, and it's stupid, and then you do want to open it so badly.
But it's awesome.
You're a man of conundrums.
No, it's for me.
I know it's for you.
I won't
Do you know who it's from?
open it.
Aunt Missy and Cousin Sarah. Are you opening it? Don't do that. Don't open. No. Stop.
I'm just going to feel it.
You're feeling it is basically opening it. Get your fingers out of that package. Joshua, come on. All right, put it back. You're going to knock your candy over. Come on. Where are you keeping your Minecraft stuff? Because I have your skeleton on my desk.
Oh, there.
What? It's not on my desk. I only have their skeleton on my desk. I put some of your stuff upstairs in your dresser. Not dresser, your bookshelf.
On there.
Did you notice that I fixed your mint conundrum? Eating your Rolo. Can you throw your wrapper away? Joshua out of leftovers of the West Yorkshire Spinners Christmas yarn from 3 years ago. Might even be 4 years ago. It was their first one that they ever did. So I'll show you. It's this one. I remember that the contrast color yarn that matches that red, it was called Cherry Drop, but I don't remember what the Christmas colorway was called. So this one was the first one, and then the Candy Stripes was the second one, and then the Fairy Lights was the third one. The Robin was the fourth one, and then this year the blue sparkly one was the fifth one. So I guess this was 5 years ago, which makes sense because I still lived in Ohio. But my socks made out of this yarn are still going strong, and I had a lot left over since socks for me, especially when I use a contrast heel toe and cuff, use like 2/3 of a ball. So I have a lot. This is how much I have left. So I have a lot of the ball left. So I should definitely be able to get socks for Joshua out of it. Maybe 2 pairs for him out of it. I don't know. So we're going to see how much I get through with those socks. And then he'll have some Christmas socks. And I got rid of the ironing board. So I have an ironing board that I got, gosh, years ago. It was one of the collapsible ironing boards, and it didn't fold anymore. So the movers, when we moved to Connecticut, broke it, and it didn't fold. And I bought a new one at IKEA, but I never got rid of the old one because that is what I use as my tripod for podcasting. And the real one lived down in the basement. But then when we upgraded our storage down there to have our room next to the open part of the basement become like our pantry, there wasn't room for the ironing board and iron. And honestly, when I'm sewing, I prefer to just be up here. So it's kind of a pain to go down into the basement. My ear is ringing, so sorry. It's just, it's this one. It happens periodically. So anyway, I wanted it to be on this floor, so I brought up the ironing board and the iron, and I have them hanging on the other side of this closet. There's like a little tab you can see there, but it's one of those over the door hooks with an iron and ironing board hook. So now that I have that up here, there's no reason to keep the other ironing board. So I moved it into the basement for now, but it really opened up this part of the room. Now I need to clean up. These are the fabrics that I got from my most recent Affordable Fabrics trip, like the upholstery fabrics for the bench cushions. It takes up a lot of space, but I have to pre-wash that fabric to make sure that it's gonna shrink the amount that it shrinks before I start sewing it. So for now, I just moved it all onto the floor. I was able to push the rocking chair back, which doesn't live in this room normally. That is usually where the Christmas tree is. So it already was encroaching a ton on my space, and I just felt very closed in my office. And I spend 8 to 10 hours a day in here. So it had to change. That had to get fixed. So I feel pretty good about the walls are not closing in anymore. And at least the space is more open. So that is what I did during my little break. Yeah, and I brought a couple of things in here because I was on a pretty long, just presentation call. So I also brought in my Stoker shawl, which I was a test knitter for, but I totally failed. I've never failed at a test knit before, especially not Kristen's test knits. So it made me feel really horrible. So to be honest, like once I failed at getting this done on time, I sort of put it in a corner because it made me feel bad about myself for failing a commitment to a friend. Like that was not something I do. So anyway, I want to finish it because I do really love it. And I was a good bit of the way in. So I had started the parts where you do these little ridges. And it's got this really pretty bobble kind of spine going down the middle. It's knit out of an undyed alpaca that I got at a local yarn show. And so I got it out as like a project that I want to work on. It was sitting on that ironing board. So now it's sitting on my file cabinet. So that's one thing. And then I've got my litmus cowl over there as well. So those are the two things that I just have in my pile of, now I'm going to focus on these. I also realized that I have not knit on sweaters in like 3 weeks. What's wrong with me? Basically, since I tried on the unicorn sweater the last time, that is the last time that I have picked up a sweater to knit on. Because I kind of switched over to Christmas knitting mode to get all the different things done for the kids. Now, I'm not wrapping any of those because they've actually needed the warm things. So Joshua already has a striped Felice hat. He went to wear it this morning, and then he said he wants it to be lined because he likes my pink hat that's lined. So I am going to line it because I want him to wear it. I'm going to find something to line it with. And the other Felice, the worsted Felice, I think I'm going to give that to Megwin. Because I've got the other Felice hat that I finished for Joshua. Megwin really likes those mittens, and she does not think they're itchy, and Joshua does. So I'm going to knit him some Felice mittens, I think, to match the hat, because I barely dipped into the second ball for the hat. So I have enough definitely to do a pair of mittens for him. I think I'll use the World's Simplest Mitten pattern by Tin Can Knits because it has all of the different gauges, or weights of yarn, I mean. And the Tinsel Mitts pattern is written for worsted weight. So, yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I might line those too. I don't know if that's possible. Is that possible? Because they're going to be fingering weights. They're not going to be that warm. But he's not as picky about his hand. I don't know. He is picky. He's picky. Except for on his feet. He'll wear anything on his feet. I don't understand. Anyway, he does need more mittens. I need to knit him some. They'll probably still be warmer than the stupid little commercial mittens he wears. He wears those little stretch mittens that are cotton. I meant them as like liners for real knitted mittens, and he just wears them by themselves. So maybe the Felice mittens are a good idea because they're still going to be warmer. They'll be wool versus being cotton. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to knit him a pair of Firefighter colorway mittens. And then I'll be done. I won't have to knit another Felice hat, and I can save that worsted weight Felice for later. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that. So anyway, I need to get back to work. I have 15 minutes till I have another call, but I wanted to check in and let you guys know how things are going. And I brought back my narwhal from work. I went and got him yesterday along with a bunch of teas because I'm going to be working from home for like ever. Foreign times. Cheers.
happened to the color of it.
Must have been a dirty sponge.
But since I cleaned it.
Yeah.